Welcome back, YouTube. This is JD's Nerdverse. Let the games begin. It's the playthrough version of Farfetched, the wild duck Pokemon. I named him Affleck, and we're fighting Squirtle. And it's also, this isn't really a battle. It isn't a good battle at all. We have a stab move. We're very effective. Well, we're way more powerful than Squirtle, so we win that battle pretty easily. And I think I named my opposition Flo because we're naming our characters after insurance brokers. So, Farfetched. First off, Farfetched is actually in not a fast level group, but it's kind of like a medium. Not the slowest either, but it's like a medium to slow, medium growth rate. It's called the Wild Duck Pokemon. I haven't really been doing this, but I've actually been doing a little more research on the Pokemon now. So they actually have interesting names. Like, for example, like the next one doing is Doug Trio. That's called the twin bird Pokemon or something like that. So yeah, there's just a couple things like that. So Farfetched. Honestly, when it comes to like stats, probably one of the most balanced Pokemon I've ever seen. One of the most balanced I've ever seen. The highest, the lowest stat is 52. That's its hit points. The highest stat is 65. So that's not a lot of variance in there. There's not a lot of difference there. So the average stat, I mean, if you average that out, you're looking at about 56, 57 for every stat. That's actually not bad. I mean, it's not horrible. That's not great. It's not the greatest stats ever. But it's very evenly distributed, so it does not have a glaring weakness. So that's one thing I noticed about this Pokemon is it has does not have a glaring weakness to it. Like, it doesn't have, like, its defense is bad, so don't get hit. Or it can't outspeed things, so it's slow. Nothing like that. It's got very evenly distributed stats. So we go straight for fighting Pokemon. Straight for the fights in this game. We are a bird type. Peck is flying. I'm sorry, we're flying type. Peck is flying move. So Peck is pretty much going to one-shot or two-shot anything in this forest. In one go, it's going to get all of them. So I'll let you watch the battles while I go and talk a little bit more about its moves. And then its moveset, it's probably, I think Dodrio might have a slight edge in moveset. But it does have a very solid moveset. It's classified as flying normal. So that means it gets access to normal moves. Now, some Pokemon, some bird types, like for example, Fearow, which is probably my favorite bird type. At least he was until his playthroughs. Fearow is my favorite bird type. And Fearow does not have access to a lot of normal moves, like Body Slam. Just doesn't have access to a lot of normal moves. So he was limited. He had Drill Peck, and that was like his best move, and then Fly. He didn't have access to Body Slam. He didn't have access to Swift, for example, things like that. So that's one of the benefits to Farfetched for sure. Is moveset, and he's got no glaring weaknesses when it comes to stats. So now we're facing our rival Flo. I called him Flo. I actually think Flo is spelled F-L-O, not F-L-O-W, so I might have made a little bit of an error there. So this Dirty Bird Pidgey gets off a stupid Peck, but I'm also sand attacking Pidgey. It's a little bit of revenge. I actually think I'll lose this battle. I actually think I do because he sand attacked me more than I sand attacked him. And I think I'm just not able to hit them at all. So, by the way, I didn't mention this in my last video, but I hope you like my new layout. The new layout, I decided it looked more retro, more like a Game Boy, and I thought people would like that. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I got like every color possible, so I hope everyone likes it. I really enjoy it. It was more nostalgia for me. So yeah, we lose that battle, and we're gonna load it up, and we're gonna try it again. We just tried to get revenge on Pidgey for always sand attacking us. So I was like, I'm gonna sand attack you, but I was being petty. Just go for Peck. Knock this stupid bird out. He gets one sand attack off. Of course he does. Of course he gets one sand attack off. He always has to. And then we go for Squirtle. Squirtle's not going to do much to us. It's just, if we miss, it can be bad, but we don't miss. So we get the knockout. Now the goal with Farfetched is to get to a good level, level 15. Level 15 is when we get a move called Fury Attack. Fury Attack it's not a very powerful move. It's also got, like, not great accuracy. It's 85. But the benefits to Fury Attack is Fury Attack can attack multiple times. And if you actually hit, like, if you get any kind of, what's the word I'm thinking of? If you get any kind of, critical hit or whatever, it will help you out in that regard, too. Because it will hit, every time will be critical hit. So that's what's beneficial. It is stab, so it's usually 15 base power. This is 22.5 because of stab. So it does a little bit, but it doesn't do much to Brock. But we want to get to level 15 so we had an extra move, not just Peck. So Brock is not going to be too hard. The Light Years trainer here, I'm trying to get him beat so I can take on Brock. Brock isn't going to be too difficult because we have Leer and Sand Attack. So we have something that can attack during the bind game. So that's what's really important about this battle. Is you get if I've noticed that Pokemon, even if they have like favorable typing, if they have an extra move, it really does help with Brock. Really does help having Leer or Growl or something that can be used while bind game is initiated. So we take on Brock. And Peck is not going to do a lot, but it's not going to do very little either. So we're going to Leer him a couple times. That's going to help lower his defense. And it does about 20%. It's about what we want. Now, he's going to use Defense Curl, which sucks. But if we can get a critical hit, it ignores his Defense Curls. So right there was a critical hit. So that was a perfect example of what I was trying to explain there. So great job. Great job, Rob. Great job, video. So see how much little damage Fury Attack does. It doesn't do that much. It's just the reason why I want it is it's an extra attack for us. And I miss. Very good. That's awesome. So Fury Attack, like I said, doesn't do much. So I'm hoping for a critical hit, and that can do like massive amounts of damage. So we're gonna go back to Peck. Peck's not doing a lot either. Peck. There we go. And Bide's initiated, so we're gonna use Leer, 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 and it's a battle of attrition. We just gotta play the game. The hands were dealt. We use a lot of Sand Attacks, so that avoids getting hit by Tackle. So if we can avoid getting hit by Tackle, Bide would still hit us. So I just don't want to throw that out there. Bide would still hit us. The Tackle keeps missing. We're going to go for Peck, get the knockout. It's a very grueling battle, but at 14 minutes and 50-some seconds, we get through the first gym. So not too bad. Not too bad at all. So now, the next part of the game is super easy. A lot of bug trainers, so one-hit knockouts across the board. So while we're doing that, I'll talk about some other things. So, the moveset for this Pokemon, it's actually, like I said, very solid. The moveset for this Pokemon is extremely solid. Via level up, we get you already saw Fury Attack. The next move we're going to get is we get Swords Dance at level 23. So level 23, we get the move that can boost our attack stat 2 stages. A move that for other Pokemon is really great, but they can't get it till after you beat Pokemon Tower. We can get it like literally before we fight Mrs. Gym. Before we fight the next gym, we can get that move. It's incredible. We also get Agility, which we probably won't use Agility since we have Swords Dance. So what Swords Dance also does, it helps us initiate the Badge Boost glitch. So I'll explain this while we're here. Badge Boost glitch. In Gen 1, you get stats from every gym leader you beat, every other gym leader. So, Brock, Surge, Koga, I don't think Blaine, and then Sabrina. So, as you progress through the game, you get a boost in your stats. So, Brock gives you a boost in attack. Doesn't make sense. He's a rock gen, or should be defense, but he gives you a boost in attack of 12.5%. So, you get that added to you once you beat the gym. However, when you initiate Badge Boost glitch, so anything that modifies stats, so for example, Agility ups your speed. Anytime you modify stats, those stats get readjusted again by 12.5%. And again, if you do it again and again and again, all the stats that you have a gym badge are correlating to that stat increase. So that's how the Badge Boost glitch works. It's a glitch in the game, but it works because it boosts all your stats. If you level up when you do that, you'll still have the boost from the move's initial stat. So for example, Swords Dance boosts your attack. So if we do three Swords Dances, and then we attack and beat somebody, and then we level up, and the next Pokemon comes out, our speed, our defense, our special will go back down to what it was before the battle started, or at least what it is with the new level up. Not the badge boosted stats where it's boosted 12.5%. Okay, but the attack stat will still remain the same. So if you see, that's why Swords Dance is so much better than Agility. If we level up after we've Swords Danced 3 times, we still have a high attack. Where if we level up after we've Agility, we lose the high attack that we've boosted, we lose the defense we've boosted, and we do retain our speed, but everything else goes back. So I think it's more important, and I've noticed it's way more important to have the speed boosted, or the attack boosted than the other stat. So, we get to Mount Moon. Mount Moon doesn't really have a lot of challenges for us. It's not, like I said, it's not a lot of challenges at all. There's nothing there we really need. There's an HP up and a rare candy. That's pretty much it. There's experience in here, but there's not a lot of things in here. So now we're fighting a super duper nerd who's going to give us, or we're going to fight him, and he's going to concede a fossil for us, which we actually don't use. So, and we're on low on power points, I think, here. So, Lear. So now so Lear is actually an example of a badge boost. When someone does it to us, it actually lowers our defense, but it ups all of our other stats. It increases them by 12.5%, which is why that's another badge boost. That's why it's on Outlaw, because if someone uses Lear on us, it happens and you can't help it at all. So it is what it is. So we got one more Pokemon to beat here, and then we can move on to the rival fight. I don't know if I showed a Take a Chance at Misty. I think I might have taken a chance at Misty. I don't remember. But we don't have Swords Dance yet, so taking a chance at Misty is very risky. Misty is risky. That's kind of funny. So these trainers in here are not super bad. We don't have anything overly effective. Like Bird does not, or Flying type does not have any huge advantage on water types. However, we are over leveled. We are higher level than them. We do have multiple attacks that can do some pretty good damage. We have Stab with both of them. So that's pretty good. And then we fight this girl with the Peck, with the Goldeen that can peck us. Peck. And how good does our attack do? So Fury attack does okay. Doesn't do great, but does okay. Peck, for her, doesn't do a lot because it's actually a bird type move that a fish can do. Or a flying type move that a fish can do. So now we're going to face Misty. This is actually a loss, but I'm going to show it. So this loss is going to be very, we just don't have anything powerful yet. As much as we have pretty evenly distributed stats, we have nothing that's going to like blow anyone's socks off. Unless we Fury attack, and so that's a speed tie. So what that means, so, well, Star, you went first on the first turn. We went first on second. That means we tie them in speed. Which means we do not outspeed Starmie. So that's a problem. The Starmie uses Bubble Beam. Bubble Beam is very powerful. We just don't have enough to tank a move. So rather than struggle and keep fighting her, I want to move on to the rival fight. The rival fight is not going to be too hard. By the way, here in the future, I've actually decided I'm going to slow down these the landmark fights in the game, the gym leaders, the rival fights. Slow it down a little bit so I can commentate a little bit more on the battle. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below if you think that's a good idea, bad idea, whatever. I try to keep the videos shorter. That's why I've split up the prediction and this part. But by doing this, I could actually showcase the battle more. Doesn't feel rushed. So let me know what you think. It's all about quality of video. So we beat our rival. Not too difficult. We get Swords Dance. So now we have the ability to boost our stats without like all the gyms being beat. So this will boost our attack stat no matter what. So we go through Nugget Bridge. We get all that stuff gets done. All that stuff's not really important to get done. But what's important now is that we're going to beat Misty, and that way we can progress through the game. We are at 33 minutes, so it's not a bad time. And we'll see here. I'll star you. We're gonna badge boost. So now this might help us outspeed the Starmie. There we go. 1, 2, and if we just survive another attack and we get an attack off. Okay, X defend was perfect. Alright, there we go. We got a little lucky there. If she did water gun or bubble beam us instead of X attack or X defend, we probably would have been in some trouble. So here's Sandy. We got a Pidgey. We got 3 Pidgeys. And we just gotta hope we don't get sand attacked. Sandy the Pidgey trainer. And man, do I not like Pidgey. God, I hate Pidgey. It's probably one of my least favorite bird types. And there we go. And now we beat her. Now we move on to my favorite NPC. It's the junior trainer. And got the Spearow. Spearow taking to 0. Got it, a Spearow! I thought it might be funny and just get another Farfetched here. You can actually trade a Spearow for a Farfetched in the same town with Lieutenant Surge. I thought it'd be funny, but I didn't want to get confused and grab the wrong one in a battle or give the wrong one on a level or up or something. So this fight right here is not very difficult. What's important about it is after we win that fight, we can learn Body Slam. Body Slam gives us another stab move. It's a very good stab move. It's 85 base power, 100% accurate. And what this is going to do for us is going to give us a very powerful move that can, one, it can paralyze, but also it can do a couple other things as well. It can do a lot of damage because it is stab. 85 base power, so times that by 1.5, that's 42.5. That's 125, I think it's 122 base power. So very good. We'll take that. And now we're facing our rival. So without this move, our rival fight may not be as good as we'd hope. So Swords Dance is going to boost our attack. Body Slam's a one-shot, very good. Eradicate should be a one-shot, very good. Kadabra should definitely be a one-shot because of its defense, its low defense. And Score Turtle, they don't even stand a chance. So Affleck, we move on to Lieutenant Surge. Now we should be at a huge disadvantage here because Lieutenant Surge is electric type. But because his Pokemon early ones are weak, we can set up some Swords Dance. So Swords Dance 1, Swords Dance 2, and do we want to go through a third one or just Body Slam? Okay, Body Slam. Yeah, we got pretty. So we're boosting our stats very well, and Body Slam is going to sweep his team. We're still going to outspeed the Raichu. Oh, we don't outspeed the Raichu. I apologize, I was wrong. I thought we'd still outspeed him. Maybe one more would have done that, but we beat Lieutenant Surge regardless. Body Slam did one shot. We did tank a Thunderbolt very well. So now, Swords Dance. We're going to boost our stats. It's also going to boost our defense. So if he does explode, well, we can handle it a little better. And one more. There we go. Now we just got to get by the Graveler. Make sure we don't get... almost a one-shot. Dang. That's going to do stats and boost. So when you almost, as a normal type Pokemon, when you almost one-shot a rock type, that's when you know your stats are really high. So we picked up Swift, and now we're in Erica's gym. Erica's gym should be a cakewalk. Peck is super effective. Okay. We also have Body Slam, which is not super effective, but it's high stats, it's high damage with us, and we've also picked up Swift. So there's 3 moves. Swift never misses, which is nice about Swift, and that's 105 base power. So our moveset is all badge boosted, or I'm sorry, all stab moves. And whenever we want to, and we got Fly too. So Fly, I think, replaced Peck. Yeah, Fly replaced Peck. This Pokemon cannot learn Drill Peck. So Drill Peck is the most powerful. Well, let me rephrase that. Sky Attack is the most powerful flying type move in Gen 1. But Sky Attack only has 5 power points. It has a low accuracy. And when you fly up to do Sky Attack, you can get attack in that setup move. With Fly, you don't have that. Fly does not need a setup move, or does not let you get hit while it's getting set up. Okay, so Fly does not let you get hit. So Drill Peck would have been a great move to have with this Pokemon. I don't know how you get Peck but not Drill Peck. Doesn't make sense to me, but it is what it is. So that's probably one of its downsides, is that it has to use Fly, which probably takes a little bit more time because you have to do up and down 2 times. So that's maybe the trade-off for this Pokemon, is you sacrifice. You got Swords Dance for the sacrifice of not getting Drill Peck. I don't know, but yeah. So now we're gonna fight Erica. I hope we fight Erica. We should fight Erica. There we go. So Erica should be a cakewalk. We're gonna see. I don't want to be too presumptive. I did play this. I promise I did play this myself. It's just this is 2 weeks ago. I've started playing way in advance when I have time, and then just editing and then doing the voiceovers at other times. So I've badge boosted all the way up. Let's pick one. Come on. Fly. Very good. I am poisoned now, which is awesome. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but being poisoned is very awesome in this game. So now we fly up again. Very good. And knock out 1 hit. Very good. Tangle is pretty bulky, so that's when your stats pretty high if you can one-shot it. And we're holding ourselves in suspense. There we go. And now we should use the same exact strategy we did. Fly, go up, come back down, and we knock them out. Very good. We beat Erica. It doesn't really give us anything other than beating the gym. So now we're facing Giovanni. Giovanni basically he's not going to be. He can be tough because we don't have anything super effective against him. So I'm just going to Swords Dance regardless. Cover my bases when it comes to getting a lot of damage done. And Body Slam, it's a one-shot, very good. Rhyhorn's very bulky. Is Body Slam a one-shot with him? It is a one-shot, very good. And then Kangaskhan. I wonder if it will be a one-shot. It will be a one-shot. So really, with this Pokemon, Swords Dance nerfs this game. it nerfs everything for you. You can go into a battle where you're flying normal, you have nothing that's going to be effective. Swords Dance 3 times, bam, 1-hit knockouts. We also higher level, so that also might be a factor. So now we're just going to set up Swords Dance again. Very good. And Swift is a 1-hit. Very good. Growlithe, switch to also be a 1-hit. We're going to go for Body Slam instead, but it's okay. Execute. Fly. And knock it out. Very good. And now we have Kadabra. Kadabra can go with Body Slam or Swift. You can probably knock it out either way. And then War Turtle, get the knockout. And we move on and we beat our 5th rival. And we move on to Koga's Gym. The rest of the Pokemon Tower wasn't very important. Fly is very, very helpful to use because there's not a lot of moves we have that can actually hit ghosts. But Fly is that move that can. So we picked up Slash. Now Slash is a double-edged sword. And it's kind of it's kind of a weird move for this Pokemon. Slash is very powerful. Okay, Slash it's 70 base power, it's 105 with stab, 100% accurate. But it has a high critical hit ratio. It has a high chance of critical hit. So what that means for us is if we badge boost, we may not actually get the badge boost to go into effect with this move. Whereas the badge boost with Fly, with Body Slam, because those moves don't have a high critical chance of critical hit, are going to do more damage. But it just depends. So there might be some battles where we don't want to set up because we might be vulnerable to attack. We could use Slash as a way around that. So he's just cleaning house right now. If you're watching, and not listening to this, if you look at this, he's cleaning house on this entire gym. Slash is one-shotting just about everything. He two-shot a ground type, but ground type's supposed to be resistant to normal, and that's a two-shot. Very easily two-shot. So we don't need to fight every trainer in here. We've got plenty of levels. We've done very good about our levels. So we got this one last juggler before we take on Koga. And we fly up, and it's not a one-hit. Slash knocks him out. Very good. And Hypno Slash is Slash a one-hit. It is not. However, Disable fails, and we get the knockout anyway. So beat the juggler. Now we're facing Koga. Koga can be bad, but he's got nothing that's super duper effective against us. So as long as we can set up, we should be fine. As long as we can set up, see it completely ignored our stab. But Slash is very effective. It's very powerful. So now Body Slam gets the one hit. Body Slam gets a one hit again, and then Weezing. Does Weezing get a one hit? It does. The Swords Dance really nerfs whatever move we have. As long as we have a stab move, it'll basically make a lot of things trivial. So now we're facing our rival. And honestly, I was like weary because our stats, like I said, are well balanced, but they're not great. So like our speed's not great. However, we don't even outspeed the Pidgey out there. She did use quick attack, so I don't know if he outspeeds at all. Right now they don't because we badge boosted. So get the one hit knockout, very good. Next one's Growlithe. Let's go for Body Slam. Let's not mess around. One hit knockout, very good. Execute. We're gonna go for Fly. It's a grass type, so Fly is super effective. Alakazam, do we outspeed? We do outspeed. We get the Body Slam. Now the last one is Blastoise, and Blastoise is the one hit. So like I said, this really does nerf the run a little bit. Look at our time too. We've beaten Giovanni. We're gonna beat Giovanni within under an hour. So very good indeed. Now there is one gym we're gonna have here in a little bit. It's gonna be very tricky. And I hate to say it this way, but it is Giovanni's gym. Giovanni, we don't have anything super effective against Giovanni. So badge boosting is gonna help, but also mimicking a move would probably help as well. So let's get the knockout. And we have Nidoqueen. Once we get this knocked out, I think this is it. I think it's the last Pokemon he has. And then we beat Giovanni, the second Giovanni fight. Now we're fighting Blaine. Now Blaine can be... He's never really a smart trainer. But he can be tricky if he decides to ever do anything smart. So he just did a retroactive potion there. He does that all the time. There's another one. He has a retroactive potion. He'll give his Pokemon a potion without ever getting damage. He's the only real gym leader that does that consistently. I don't know why. So 3 knockouts. Is the 4th one a knockout? It'll be a 4 KOs. 4 knockouts. We do get 4 knockouts. Very good. And now we're moving on to Sabrina. Sabrina, as long as we have Body Slam and we can badge boost at least one time, we should be fine. So Sabrina and her whip. And yeah, Kadabra, we're going to set up one time. He used recover. We haven't even touched him yet. He used recover. It's funny. Did it again. So body slam is a one hit. Very good. Mr. Mime comes out. Body slam. Is it a one hit? It is a one hit. And then the last one, Venomoth, is a one hit. Very good. And Alakazam, one hit knockout. Very good. Didn't outspeed though. Did not outspeed. Very interesting there. So now we're facing Giovanni. So here's the problem with Giovanni. We have nothing individually that's going to do a lot of damage. Peck might do okay, but Body Slam, Slash, neither one of those are going to do a lot of damage. So we're going to try this without mimicking first. But if we have to, we can. So that was the goal here. We're going to try this without mimicking first. But what we can do if we need to, on the second Pokemon here, Dugtrio, there we go. He has Dig. We could have mimicked Dig if I felt this was an issue. So this honestly was a practice run, and we ended up winning the battle anyway. So Body Slam with Badge Boost, Body Slam is a 2-hit on the Rhydon. So now we beat Giovanni, and that honestly was not intended. I thought I'd have to fight one time, then go back and teach Mimic, and then go back and fight. So very good. Now we're on to the 7th rival fight. The 7th rival fight will not be... I don't think it's too hard. I don't think it's too difficult. Because like I said, Badge Boost, Swords Dance, 1, 2, and 3. He does not have Sand Attack anymore, so we don't have to worry about Sand Attack. So it's a 1-hit knockout. Rhydon, or Rhyhorn, I'm sorry. Body Slam. It's a 2-hit. Very low on health right now. But I'm not too concerned. I think as long as we just don't level up, we just level up. Damn it. So Fly, we'll still get the knockout. Very good. And an Alakazam, Body Slam. It's a 1-hit. This is what I meant earlier when I said it's good to have your stat boosted for attack. Because if you hit that, hold on. If you hit the badge, I'm gonna pause this. If you level up after badge boosting and your stats reset, it's good that we can use Swords Dance. It keeps our stats boosted even when we move up. That's why even though we were outspeeding and we leveled up and then Alakazam outsped us, our attack was still the high attack that we badge boosted to. So that's what's good about having Swords Dance, is if you're modifying your attack stat, that stays the same whenever you level up. So there we go. So now we're fighting Lorelei. Lorelei I thought would be the brick wall in this playthrough. However, watch the battle. We're level 60. We use a couple rare canes to get to level 60. And she keeps using... I thought she was just going to use only Ice Beam. Pushes up. Body Slam's a 1-hit. Slowbro's up. Body Slam is a 1-hit. Jinx is up. Body Slam should be a 1-hit. Very good. Now is Body Slam a 1-hit on the Lapras? It is a Lapras knockout. So we get the knockout. We get the win. This is honestly where I thought we were going to hit a wall, is Lorelei. But Swords Dance compensates us just well enough we can get by the rest of our team without much resistance. So now we're fighting Bruno. Bruno, we don't talk about him much, but Bruno, his team is not overly concerning. I didn't even heal after Lorelei. If I'm being honest, I didn't even heal or use an elixir. I was that confident in the battle with Bruno. So the Onix gets knocked out. Hitmonchan comes out. We're gonna use Fly. Fly's gonna be a 1-hit. Very good. Hitmonlee again. Fly's gonna be a 1-hit again. Very good. And an Onix is not a 1-hit, but he just uses Rage. Rage does nothing. Rage does nothing. Okay, Fly again. Is it a 1-hit? It is a 1-hit. Very good. Very good. So now we're moving on to Agatha. The Agatha Lottery. So Agatha can be tricky because she can paralyze you, she can confuse you, put you to sleep. She can also poison you. So any one of those Pokemon can do those conditions to you, really. So the goal here is we're going to fly and see... shoot, got hit by confusion. And so what the goal here is, we're going to... Fly is really the only move we have that can attack her. Body Slam will not do squat. I'm trying not to lose this battle, but I'm going to. Okay. So... we haven't had a lot of resets with this Pokemon, so we're going to replay this battle. I'm going to try this again. And I think we got to get at least one badge boost in to make this a viable battle. So we're back to Gengar. Swords Dance. He does something really funny. Okay. So that's what it was. So going for 2 Swords Dance leaves us susceptible to getting put to sleep. So that's what I learned with that. So now I learned I need to go for at least 1 Swords Dance against the Gengar. I might be able to set up more against other Pokemon, but I think the strategy is 1 Swords Dance against the Gengar. I don't know what I'm looking for here. Alright, so I gave another rare cane. Now we don't level up middle battle. Okay. Alright. So I think 1 Swords Dance should be enough. Let's not get greedy. Let's go down to Swords Dance. Very good. Fly. See if Fly is enough for a 1 hit. It is enough for a 1 hit. Very good. Moving on to Golbat. Now I'm going to initiate the rest of my badge boost. Can't really do much to us. So now Body Slam's a 1 hit. Very good. Let me rephrase that. The only ones that can hit our ghost types is only move that can hit our ghost types is Fly. Not Arbok and Golbat can get hit by Body Slam because it's not ghosts. So now 1 more Fly. Is it a 1 hit? It is a 1 hit. Very good. Now we're moving on to Lance. Lance is actually a Pokemon or a trainer that we can use a very interesting strategy on. So Lance sends out his Gyarados. We're going to mimic his Hyper Beam. We are normal type. Hyper Beam is a normal type move. It actually should be Dragon, but in Gen 1 it's normal type. So now that we've done that, we can use Hyper Beam and hopefully sweep his entire team. We should outspeed. Now, we are normal type and so is Hyper Beam, so we get a badge boost. So we lose that battle right there. However, our strategy was sound. So now we're going to try this again. And there we go, PP up, and this is to make it so we have more, it gives us more badge boosts. I'm sorry, it gives us more moves when we mimic Hyper Beam. It's going to give us more Hyper Beam power points. So, let's try this again. We're at great time. Look at an hour and 11 minutes. I honestly thought, I really thought Lorelei would be much more difficult than she was. So I thought we were going to get hung up on Lorelei for a good 10 minutes. 1, 2... He also used Leer, so that boosts our stats as well. So Hyper Beam is a 1-shot, very good. Dragonair, we miss, it misses, but we get the 1-shot, very good. Dragonair again, 1-shot, very good. That's why I don't like Hyper Beam. It's not very, it's not 100% accurate. So it's like 80 or not. It's not 80% accurate. It's just not reliable. And we sweep his team though. That's what's beautiful. So that was a 150 base power move that we got 220 out of. So now we're going on to the champion. This is the final battle of the video. Let's see what happens. We're pacing so well right now. Pidgeot. Then out Pidgeot. Swords Dance. That's 1. Going for Sky Attack. We're gonna use Fly. Knock her out. Oh, not knock her out. But we're gonna just not get hit by her. We can set up an extra Swords Dance on another Pokemon. So Body Slam, it usually would be a 1-hit, but Reflect kind of lowered our ability to do that. Another badge boost would have got done. So I'm going to badge boost one more time on the Rhydon. And he also leers that boosts our attack again. Another one. It's actually a tactic I've seen in other YouTubers do is on Rhydon, just like sit there and stall out. He'll use Leer forever because he's stupid. And then you get the knockout. Very good. So we got 95 health left with 3 Pokemon. There's no more knockout. Executor Fly should be a 1-shot. Very good. Now we just got to beat the Blastoise. Now Blastoise doesn't have a huge advantage on us, but we did just level up. So we get the knockout though. We get the knockout. Very good. We beat our rival. We take down Flo. And now we were waiting for the tennis search. I'm hitting that A button. This is whenever I win the battle, I just hit that A button as hard as possible. Now I made a mistake here. You're going to see this in 2 seconds. I usually put all my HM mules in the computer. I didn't do that for Farfetched. So he gets about 5 seconds added to his time. So right now it's 1:39 or 39 seconds. And you got to add on all these HM mules. So there, it's about 5 seconds. So it's about 6 seconds. So the time, very good time. 1 hour, 13 minutes, and let's just say 39 seconds roughly. 38, 39 seconds. I usually put away our HM mules. And yeah, and the video stopped playing. So I'm going to pause it and I'll just go back to that. Right there we go. So, what are my thoughts? This is, honestly, one of the most balanced Pokemon I think I've ever come across. It did not have any glaring weaknesses, other than maybe typing in some ways, but I don't feel like in any way, shape, or form our typing was in any way disadvantaged in this game. Maybe the first gym. But I didn't feel that way at all. I thought this Pokemon was very solid, very consistent throughout the entire playthrough. It's awesome. I love the way this Pokemon played. Now, little announcements for my scheduling of everything. So, on Mondays, and this is what I'm going to do now. Mondays from now on will be where my Pokemon prediction videos will be. They'll be launched at 1 o'clock on Mondays. Tuesdays, I need to get back into doing another game. So I'm going to reserve Tuesdays for that game. Hopefully I can get one out this next coming week. Following, like, this will be Friday. The video will launch Friday, I think it's the 10th. Yeah, Friday the 10th. So that's when the video will launch. And then this is the ensuing week after Friday the 10th. And then we're going to have another spot available. We don't do this all the time. But once Dodrio's done, we can actually do a video and have a video explaining who the best flying normal type is in Gen 1. So that constitutes is Pidgey, Fearow, Farfetched, Pidgey, Spearow, Farfetched, and Dudo. So I'll pick which one I think is the best. Honestly, Farfetched made a great case today with this playthrough. So I think he's definitely up there in the running. I was very impressed, and now I got to do the Dudo playthrough. So we'll see how the Dudo playthrough is, and then I'll release that. And then the ensuing week, I think I'm going to reserve that for Wednesdays or Thursdays. I will post a video explaining who I think is the best. And that'll be more or less of a playthrough video, more of an explanation video. And it's going to be very subjective. There are some stats I go off of, like game time, things like that. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Subscribe. A lot of my subscribers or watchers are not subscribers. Like 90% of my watchers are not subscribers. The viewers, I mean, not watchers. That sounds weird. 90% of my viewers are not subscribed. So if you could subscribe, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing indeed. And that's it. And so thank you for watching. Everyone have yourself a good one. And see ya.